Hey guys, so question today that I want to answer is, how do I balance the pursuit of purpose with being open to possibilities? How do I balance the pursuit of purpose with being open to possibilities? So, because of the context that I understand of this question, the first thing I want to say is that the presupposition that this question has, the ground that this question grows from, I know is this idea, that opportunities are something that are occurring in the world and that are happening. Like, it's raining and that's just happening, and opportunities just happen. And if you experience opportunities that way, then they will start to they will feel like something that you can either grasp or miss out on. Another way of looking at opportunities is that they are something that are created by you, and that who you be, how you show up in the world, how you choose to see reality and see yourself, is actually the thing that creates opportunity. That it's not a rain that falls from the sky in the sense where it even ontologically exists out there. It only exists in partnership and is an emergent result of who you're being and what you're doing and how you're seeing. And if that's the case, then the whole idea that I need to make sure that I grab an opportunity if it's a great one goes away, because I can just create opportunity in any moment, anywhere I want, anytime I want. And so that might blow the question out completely, because if opportunities are created, not stumbled upon, I don't have to worry about not balancing them, because if I ever need some, I can just create some. Even amazing opportunities that seem insanely unlikely, I can create those, so I don't have to worry. But let's look at the question. Let's continue to look at it anyway, because there's another thing here that I'm seeing. How can I balance the pursuit of purpose with being open to possibilities? And when that question's asked, I think it's asked from a place of just, there's these two things that I want, and balance is the solution. But what if it's not? What if you were to ask it this way? If you were in a relationship, a committed relationship, one you wanted to be in a long time, how can I balance my commitment to my wife and my marriage with all those other opportunities walking around out there? Kind of becomes obvious at that point that balance isn't the solution, because balance isn't what is an honoring of my purpose. And so there's a great book called Narcissus and Goldman by Hermann Hesse, and it's a story about a young boy who was being brought up in a monastery and then left to go on these adventures and travel, because he didn't want to be just stuck in one place doing one thing. He wanted to go experience all the things, all the opportunities the world had to offer. And then one of the things that he came upon was a sculptor making these amazing sculptures, and he wanted to learn the craft of sculpting, but he realized that in order to learn at that level of mastery, you would have to stop going on these adventures and having all these experiences. And the story was about that classic question: how can I realize my greatest potential if I'm going off and chasing everything out there, every adventure, every woman or man or whatever it is? I won't spoil the end of the story, but what I'll talk about, back to the actual fact here today, is to pursue something, to be committed to creating something, is actually a commitment to saying yes to something, which can only happen when you're saying no to other things. And so to seek balance is actually in contrary to commitment and focus. To try to balance it, and I'm not saying that's wrong, I'm just saying it's less than total focus, which can be an expression of total mastery. So there's nothing wrong with an open relationship, with a polyamorous relationship, especially if there's integrity. I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with that at all. That's another way of being in the world. And in Narcissus and Goldman, it wasn't like one thing was right and the other thing was wrong. It's just choice here. And so I think what it comes down to is choosing. Is what I want to do is balance, or is what I want to do express total commitment and mastery and realize my greatest potential in one thing? Or do I want to balance doing somewhat of a great job at that, while doing and chasing other things. And look, for most of my life, I was the latter. I was the one that was on adventures and looking for lots of different experiences. My personality profile in the Enneagram would be a type 7, the explorer, the adventurer. But I've learned to find that diversity through finer and finer discernment within a single container, a single context. I used to start businesses in new industries, and now I've been in the same business for 10 years. And inside my business, I have diversity, different conversations with different peoples every day. So I'm doing lots of different things in one thing. It's relevant. It's not necessarily exactly the thing we're talking about, because it's about being open to possibilities which could potentially serve this thing that I'm doing. And if that's the case, then explore it, but explore it within the container of the commitment. So maybe there's a type of relationship, to draw the parallel again, where a person could explore different ways of being with others in a way that serves the relationship. I know that walking out in the world and being around beautiful people, and especially beautiful women, and even experiencing the polarizing energy of sexuality, I can feel that and not judge myself for it, and I can take that and I can bring it home, and I can use that to create in my commitment in my marriage. Or I could let it create mental imagery and run me off down another path and take me away from that. So it's like, how am I utilizing that opportunity that I've created through my seeing? Am I using it in conflict with my purpose and my commitment? If that's where I want all my energy and I'm not using it in service of that, it would be in conflict. Am I doing that? Or am I using it intentionally in service of my creation, of my purpose? There's no right, there's no wrong here. There's just choices. There's just options. And so I think what really matters is what would you love to create? If it's total mastery and excellence in your purpose, then drop the whole balance thing. Just ask, is this opportunity going to serve, if I can connect with it and do it? And is it going to serve this purpose? If it is, yes, because that's my yes. If it's not, then no, because that's my yes over here. And who cares if I miss out on an opportunity? I create them. I create them through my seeing, through my being, through my action. No shortage. Today's the perfect day for you to create who you are. You're loved and you're powerful. And I'm loving you so much simply for your being here. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.